Seth Maniscalco, author of Prohibited Profits. Catch me on the Jesse T Show this week. Don't miss it.
Seth Maniscalco, welcome to the Jesse T Show.
Thank you for having me. Grateful to be here. How you doing, Jesse? Good morning.
Brother, I'm doing well, man. I am feeling happy, healthy, working on some soul stuff, but for the most part, the businesses are doing great. The podcast is doing well, and I'm a happy dude, so I can't complain. How about you? What's going on in your world? Tell a little bit about who you are and what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm an investor, so primarily I invest. I take advantage of primarily the capital markets, leveraging my money to make more money and doing anything I can to stay out of that 9-to-5 scene. What's going on in my world? I have got my second child, my oldest daughter. She's 18 and she is graduating from high school on Wednesday. So we got the family traveling in from out of state. We got big parties. We rented windows on the square downtown, and we're going to have 70, 80 people coming in and celebrating life.
Just getting some of that living, baby. Just living. That's awesome.
That's what it's all about.
She's graduating high school. Are there next steps? Is she going to college? Is she going to take some time off? Is she going to start a business, travel the world? Like what's the goal?
What do we all really know when we're 18 years old, right? I don't know that I had my life mapped out. She, however, she's an extremely smart kid. She's the class valedictorian. She's been the National Honor Society. She had the highest grades in the entire county and has been recognized by the state. She's graduating high school, but she's already got something like 48 college credits. She wants to be an orthodontist, so we're looking at 10 years of college to get her to be a dentist. And, that's a large financial commitment. She's grown up in my house being a U.S. Marine, somewhat military mindset. Her brother, my oldest son, is also a Marine. So she's decided to join the Army Reserves, and she is going for dental hygienist school and, help with college. And really, we've been having this conversation with her for a couple years, but, an 18-year-old is not qualified to be a dentist, right? So, we had that come to Jesus meeting with her, and it said, look, if you really want to learn how to have your own business and be a dentist, the best place to go is to work in that environment. And you can say a lot of things about the military, but they do know how to run a medical clinic. And anyway, that was the decision that she made. So we're full on support behind her, and she's just an incredible kid. So this week is all about celebrating her and making sure she's heading off with the right mindset on, in a couple of weeks. She's heading for boot camp in 2 weeks.
Hell yes, brother. Congrats to you for your service. Thank you, brother in arms. And also thank you for, instilling that structure into your kids, because, I truly believe that those that are called to serve, it's one of the biggest honors, biggest, things that you can do in that moment in your life. And it really does affect the rest of your life. It really does, if done well and done with intention, it's going to really lay the foundation. And side note on the orthodontist path, our common connection, Todd Armstrong, that plugged us into each other. He's plugged me into, who's been on the show, Dr. Bill Dorfman, who's the celebrity dentist. And he's been on Extreme Makeover and done all this stuff. He sold a company named Zoom before Zoom was actually like this. And I would reach out to Todd. Maybe he could plug you into him. So maybe Dr. Bill could maybe have her as an intern one day, or maybe, do some work. So maybe that'll pan out. Who knows?
Awesome. Small world. I love it. Thank you.
Dude. So talk about your military journey. How did you get plugged in? And was it something that you had been groomed for? Was it something that you were escaping something for a better life? What was your?
Yeah. I was the troubled teenager. I know pot doesn't seem like a big deal anymore, but 25 years ago, I was the troubled teenager, smoking pot, hanging around the wrong kids. And, essentially I got in trouble. I got arrested as a 16-year-old kid, ended up in the police station, and mom and dad weren't too happy with me. And, I sat down and, there was one point I just remember looking at myself in the mirror and not being happy with what I saw. And it was just kind of that moment where I decided I needed to change something. And the best way to do it was to get a clean break. So I started talking with the local recruiters there in Philadelphia, and met with all the branches, and was kind of going through the thought process. And if you're from Philadelphia, you probably heard of Wawa, right? It's like I'm in Ohio now, but that's like the Sheets out here. Wawa is huge out there in the Northeast. Anyway, I used to work the 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. shift, and then I'd go to school at 7 a.m. and finish my senior year. And for some reason, I don't even remember who it was, but I was sitting there chatting with somebody, one of these 2 o'clock in the morning conversations in the back room. And we were talking about the military, and somebody said, if you're going to do it, go with the freaking best, get the reputation, get the freaking killer uniform, and the ladies are swooning over you. And it just made a lot of sense to me. It's like, yeah, this is not going to be easy, but if you're going to do it, go for the title. And, not to pick on my other brethren and sisters and all that, but the Marines are the only ones with a title that sticks with you. Once you've earned that United States Marine, it stays with you. There's no such thing as an ex-Marine. So that was my decision. It was based largely on that. I needed a clean break. I wanted to get away from all the bad friends, troubled friends, whatever, and start with a fresh life. And, like you said, it really instilled responsibility, a sense of independence, reliance, and a courage to do the right things for the right reasons, in particular when nobody is looking. And I've just tried to live my life that way.